Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel RN ArchiVision. Today we will be talking about how to use these modified tools into our project. This is something very important to learn because these are going to be very useful for you when you work over any of your plans. So please stay tuned to just learn this in this particular video. If you haven't taken a look over my previous classes that I have uploaded, do check them out. I'll put the links in the description box and also in the above I button. So please do take a look over it. It's going to be quite useful for you. It's going to give you a proper flow of understanding the Revit software. So do take a look over it. So for today, let's get started with these tools, the modify tools in the modify tab. Take a look over how to use these align. This is what is called as the align tool. How do we use this align tool? So let's just make a basic structure using the wall tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a basic structure formed over here. All right, and yeah, so I have this formed over here, and now I need to use this align tool to align this particular line with this. How do we do that? We're going to just click on align, click on this particular line, all right, this particular line, and I need to align that with this. See, pretty easy. All right, so you need to just know how to align this up very well. So that is how you use the align toolbar. Now let me show you how to use the move toolbar. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just make a selection of all these particular walls, and now I'm going to choose this, and now I can move it anywhere from here to a different place. All right, so what's going to happen is that, you know, if you need to move any components in your plans, it's like, you know, you have a bed and you need to move that bed from one position or one place to another. You can actually use this move toolbar, and it's going to easily move your bed from one room to another. All right, so that was actually about the move toolbar. Now let's take a look over offset toolbar. So what we have over here is the offset toolbar. So over here we can see it has a measurement that, you know, it's going to offset at 20 feet. We don't want it to be 20 feet. You can actually take any measurements. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset that to 5 feet. And just you need to click over the wall. You did not do anything. So you can see that either you can do that towards the exterior, or if you just move a little, you can just do that towards the interior too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that towards the interior. So I'm going to click on the walls, simply clicking on the walls. All right, and that is perfectly created. So that is offset, but as you can see, like, there's an extra wall connection over here which you want to remove. How would you do that? So for that, simple, it's the trim tool. So you have like proper, you know, either you can actually use this trim tool over here, okay, so just to extend it. But for now, what I need to do is I want to delete this particular portion over here. So for that, what I'm going to do is you're going to use this particular trim or extend single element. So whenever you do use that, first thing what I'm going to do is this is going to be my first element that I'm going to select, and this is going to be my second element. So the second element that is selected, that part of it would be deleted. Okay, so for example, over here, I want to delete this particular part. So I'm going to click this with this. It's going to delete the second part of it. All right, so first one would be this. The second one needs to be deleted. So you click on that and second is deleted. All right, so the same thing, I'm going to do it over here, first and second. All right, so that was pretty simple, right? And that has removed the additional portion that was connecting the original wall. All right, so that is how you use the trim tool for it. Our better explanation for that, I would say, just randomly going to make few wall sections. All right, I'm going to just make a few walls over here. Right, I'm going to just make something from here, something else. All right, and I have created this. Now what I want to do is I want to just delete this portion of it. All right, so let me just go to modify. I want to remove this portion, okay, this line, this extended line. So what we're going to do is just take a few seconds for yourself just to guess how you need to do it. And if you want, you can actually work along with me on your screens so that, you know, it's going to get easier for you when you practically work along with someone. So you're going to take this particular trim tool. You need to delete this, right? So you're going to just select this and this. It's going to delete that. All right, now I want to delete this portion of it. So what you're going to do is select this, and the second one which would be selected, that portion would be deleted. This is deleted. That's it. Isn't it easy? So it's pretty easy, right? So I'm going to do the very same thing. All right, so that is it. So that's the same thing that we need to do for the rest of the lines. All right, so now what I'm going to do, how are we going to use this particular toolbar, this trim toolbar? So this is something which basically deletes multiple elements together. So what we're going to do is we need to delete these two elements, these two extended ones. So what you're going to do is you're going to just select this one as first, and then you're going to select these two, and it's going to delete those two. Do you get that? Now we're going to do the same for these two. How are we going to do that? Okay, so you're going to select this baseline and select this too. All right, and that's going to delete. So something which is very important that you need to see is which part of it is selected. So this line is joining up over here, and you need to delete this and this line. So you're going to just select this corner. If you select this corner, it's definitely not going to give you a good selection. So you need to select this particular line, click over it, and select these two, and it's going to delete. All right, if you want to do the same thing for this one, let us do that as well. So we're going to click over here, and I'm going to click over here, going to select these two lines, and it's going to delete it. This is how you actually use your trim tool. All right, now what if we need to have to use this particular trim or extend to corner tool? So for example, we have like let me just draw a similar one. Wait, just let me draw a similar let me just create a similar wall. All right, clear similar. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have this wall being created this way. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I want this to be connected with this. How am I going to do that? So going to click over this trim tool, click over here, and click over here. See, the dotted line that is created would just connect them all together. So that is how you can actually use this particular trim tool over here. All right, so that was pretty easy. Now next we need to use okay, so we have seen the align toolbar, we have used the offset, we have used the move. Now let us see what is a copy toolbar. So now we need to copy this particular line. All right, so click over it, click enter on your keyboard, and select it and move it at whatever distance you would like it to be moved. All right, so how is it done? First, click on this copy toolbar, click on any of your lines, click enter on your keyboard, select it, and move it. That's it. Simple, isn't it? So that's how you actually create your walls using the copy toolbar. Now moving on, seeing the rotate toolbar. How do we do that? So I need to rotate this particular line. So we need to click over it, click enter, select the middle point, select the corner, and yeah, click that to 90 degrees, just type 90, and yeah, that's it. It is rotated very well. So this is kind of like very useful if you need to rotate any of your objects that you have placed inside your plan. For example, if you have like a desk, you need to rotate that. Chair, you need to rotate that. You can use this too. All right, so that is about how we need to do this particular tools. Now let's take a look over the mirror axis. Okay, we have two mirror axes that we can use, so let's take a look over that. So now, for example, that we have all right, so let's see, let me just delete this and delete this. All right, now for example, if we have like a door in this particular corner, all right, so we have a door over here, and we need to create this similar door in the other two sides as well. How do we do that? So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to use this mirror tool. All right, we're going to just use this mirror tool, click over it, click on this door, click enter, and click on this line, and it's going to create a mirror of this. All right, so you're using this particular line to create a mirror of this particular door. Now what if you need to create a door somewhere over here? So what you're going to do is you're going to use this mirror draw axis. Okay, this was pick axis, this is draw axis mirror tool. You can click on this mirror, click on this door, all right, and then you click enter, and then from the center line of this one, or anywhere if you want, so at 8 feet, all right, at 8 feet, you're going to just click, and yeah, so basically you're creating a line and then creating a mirror tool, and using the mirror tool to draw to create this particular door. So there are two different mirror tools that you have. One is using the existing line. The second is creating your own line and creating the door. So that's how you actually use the mirror tools. So we are done using these ones and the trim tool. Now let's take a look over what is the split element that we have over here. So the split element, this element is like, if you want to have a split. So for example, like if I'm just suppose clicking on a wall, it's selecting the entire wall, and I want to make a separation, or like create two walls in this case. So what you can do is use the split tool, okay, split element, and I need to just split it at 8 feet 6 inches. Click it, and now it has made a split in between. So now this wall is separate and this wall is separate, right? So that is how you do this. So if you want to delete this, at times you want to delete this, at times you would like to delete this and create like a huge space over here, so you can actually use that for that. All right, now for example, you need to use this particular split with the gap. So what does this mean? So let me show you that. So I'm going to just split it, but there is a gap in between. Do you see that? There is a gap in between. But in the previous case, it was like just a proper split and there wasn't any gap in between. So that is like the difference between these two splits. And these are kind of like very useful when you need to create a huge space for a room. Like if you don't want to have like a door and you just need a huge opening, then you can actually use these split rules as well. All right, so that was about it, and now let me just show you how to use the very last one, that is scale. Scale over here is pretty easy. Like for example, if I have something like, I'm gonna just create something similar and something like this. All right, I have this something like this, and I want to increase the size of this, okay, increase the size of this particular opening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the scale. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the three walls, all right, and then use the scale tool, all right, and then select the beginning and the end of this opening, and I'm going to just increase the size. See, it has scaled up to a bigger size of it. All right, if you want, you can scale that to a smaller size too. So I'm going to do the same. Select the endpoints, scale that to even smaller, and that's it. All right, so this is how you actually use your modify tools inside your modify tab. This is something which is very important for you to learn in order to get your work much easier when you're making a plan. So I hope you have liked my videos. Please do like my videos, share it with your friends so that it gets easier for them as well, and they could learn in detail from my videos. And if you have any questions or anything that you would want me to teach, you can actually put that in the comment section below. I would definitely be back with that videos or with that explanations very soon. Subscribe my channel, and I hope you liked watching my videos. Thank you so much. Bye bye.